What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's your boy Kermit. We are testing to see if you edit the files on your off-the-grid config file, will you get more FPS, yes or no? And I think you might be surprised by the difference. We are going to test that right now. I did some earlier video where I went into the game before making the changes. I made the changes and then I did a video after, and we're just going to review what it looks like from one to the next and see what you guys think from there. If you're interested in doing something like this, please let me know down in the comments. Are you going to be doing it? Do you not want to do it? Are you a little scared to do it? And if you think that we shouldn't do that, if you think it's cheating, let me know in the comments below. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and remove myself here, and we're going to give this a view. So we're dropping in here, and you'll notice that we're up to 77 FPS. And we're getting these lows, the 25, 18, you know, we're getting massive lows until we kind of get in there. And I'm trying to look around to get as much view as we can so that it gives us as much FPS explanation as possible. We want to see the variety as we play. We hit 62 there just a moment ago. That's our high after dropping in. I'm still learning how to hit these things without jumping right off immediately. So I wanted to get into some gunfights for you guys to see what happens whenever we get in gunfights. Sometimes it seems like we drop down pretty low during the gunfights. There was a 26. I don't know why the guy just stopped. He was in the middle of the fight right here. Boom. Okay. Nailed that guy. And we're using skills and stuff so that, you know, we're using as much as we can. We hit 61, I think, 62. And this was all prior to. I zoomed in, so there's a little bit of deform there. And then this is still the same gameplay. I just wanted to zoom in and then pull back out and then get into another fight to make sure nothing weird happened, right? Plus, I kind of want to show you all that kill. So here, just real quick, I'm going to pause it. We jumped over. We looked up this file, gz games user settings.json. You'll find that in the saved games file in OTG. The guy that I saw do this had 3 files here, but you want the gz game user settings.json. And then I'm going to see about, you know, copying this document so that y'all don't have to actually make all the changes, but you could just print screen and then look at it or pause the screen here and go and make these changes yourself. If you're interested, you'll see I did some cuts, so you just see them change. I also sped it up, so it should be a little faster for you guys. I also kind of ran into this, like right here, I'm messing with it, and I realized that these are all volume settings. I don't need to adjust my volume settings. That's not going to affect FPS at all. So I just stopped messing with those and moved down to the bottom and looked for things that were actual like settings that we might need, which is going to be like your mesh, min quality, and things like that. All right, and here's the second drop in. I notice everything seems, it actually seems cleaner, but there is a little bit of, I don't know how to describe it, washing or like just a tiny bit of blur. But I thought the game was going to look terrible when I did this edit. And actually, I'm amazed that it looks pretty darn good. In my opinion, I actually like the way it looks. Some people might not like the fuzziness because there does appear to be some fuzziness. We are having some low drops, 14. I know the other one had a low of 2, 23, 51. The one thing I'm going to say is, despite the fact that if we look at the numbers, we did get a high of 69 right there, which we never even got close to in the other area. I feel like the numbers stayed higher more often whenever we did it, but it wasn't like a huge jump. but 69 from 62, and we're actually sitting in the 60s a bunch, whereas before we were only in the 60s here or there. Okay, so trying to get into some more gunfights so that we can see what happens when we're in gunfights. I'm also going to do another zoom in here in just a moment. I don't know why he didn't shoot. So here we zoomed in 53, 44. So it looks exactly the same. I'm not going to lie. It looks the same. We just transitioned to the old gameplay, 54, 43, 54, 44. We're going to transition back to that gunfight that we were just doing, 55, 43, 53, 44. It looks exactly the same. But the most important part is whether or not it feels different. And I'll tell you right now, when I did this, I felt like there was a significant difference that I could feel in game that made me feel like it worked. Again, if you plan on doing this, let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe. And if you think this is cheating, let me know too, because I was back and forth on this. And the whole thing that it came down to was I shouldn't have to edit files to make the game feel better, but it does. Take care, guys.